15 people have been involved in UXO-related accidents so far this year, of whom 2 died, participants at this week's UXO Sector Working Group meeting heard. Reporting at the meeting held in Vientiane on June 9, chaired by Deputy Minister of Labor and Social Welfare, Mr. Padumpon Sonthani, Deputy Resident Representative of UNDP in Laos, Ms. Catherine Phuong, and the U.S. Ambassador to Laos, Dr. Peter M. Heyman. Mr. Padumpon said the government has reviewed the midterm achievement of the 9th National Socio-Economic Development Plan, which places a strong focus on UXO clearance. This is essential in contributing to economic and social development and reducing poverty levels. The National Management Committee has made strides in addressing the UXO problem and has reevaluated the guidance and leadership provided over the past year, as well as setting the direction of future plans. Guidance and management in relation to UXO clearance has been stepped up under a national plan titled Safe Path Forward 3 for 2021-2030 by integrating the UXO issue into the field of education and sports, media, culture and tourism, health and other sectors. In addition, coordination between the relevant central and local government agencies will be improved to comply with a government decree on the management of solutions to the UXO problem. This will form the basis on plans to survey, remove and detonate unexploded ordnance so that people can farm safely, and the construction of water courses, schools, and other infrastructure can move forward. Problems in this line of work requires coordinated action and solutions, such as more public campaigns and education about the risks posed by UXO. Mr. Padumpon said the widespread presence of unexploded ordnance means that large swaths of rural areas remain hazardous, while the target to remove unexploded devices from 10,000 hectares of land each year has not yet been reached. A report from the National Regulatory Authority, or NRA, for the UXO mine action sector shows that from January to May 7, UXO-related accidents were recorded, comprising 2 in Salavan Province, 1 in Savanakhet Province, 1 in Sekong Province, and 3 in Sinkwang Province. Following the accident, 66 more people were provided with assistance of various forms. From January to May, 1,388 hectares of land were cleared of munitions. A total of 21,115 devices were removed and detonated, including 16 bombs, 14,116 cluster bombs, 20 mines, and 6,963 other items.
1973. More than 260.
La PDR has the unwanted distinction of being per capita the most heavily bombed nation in the world.
A United Nations advisor wrote that
between the years 1964 and 1973, the United States flew more than 500,000 bombing missions, delivering more than 10 million tons of explosive ordnance in an attempt to block the flow of North Vietnamese arms and troops through Laotian territory. The ordnance drop include more than 266 million submunitions known as bombies in Laos released from cluster bombs.
An estimated 90 million cluster bombs were dropped on Laos. Many never exploded, leaving the countryside littered with millions of unexploded bombs.
Significant land battles, including those during the War for Independence and during the French colonial era and between the Pathet Lao and Royal Lao forces, also contributed vast quantities of unexploded heavy bombs, rockets, grenades, artillery munitions, mortars, anti-personnel landmines, and improvised explosive devices.
The most heavily bombed country in history.
It is estimated that up to 30% of all ordnance did not explode. Such unexploded ordnance, your UXO, continues to remain in the ground, maiming and killing people, and hindering socio-economic development and food security.